It's a Cape Epic, it's like it can go so wrong.
It's going to be a proper battle every day, that's for sure.
Luck definitely plays a big role in this race.
It's different racing what you're used to. It's much longer.
This is a really unique style of racing, and I think the biggest thing is communication.
I think it's in marathon the most important thing to do right after the World Championship.
The race plays out over the full 8 days. The lessons are here about managing your bad spots and then not getting too carried away when you're having a good moment, because you're going to be humbled again at some point.
All we can control is the now, how we race, where we end up, and I would say that's more than enough to think about.
Every year cards are freshly shuffled, and you don't know really how good the other teams are.
You can be the strongest team on paper and actually you don't win the race, or vice versa.
Everything you've done up until this point now must continue. You are here, you have done all of the work.
It became like the Tour de France of mountain biking.
Welcome to the route of the 2025 Absa Cape Epic. Proudly brought to you by Toyota. Leading the way.
The story of the 2025 edition of the Absa Cape Epic begins with a familiar prologue in a familiar place, Mirandel, Durbanville. 27 kilometers and 750 meters of climbing, and the riders kick off with a climb right out the gate up Dorsberg before descending the quarry descent and heading towards the Shake, Rattle and Roll, the first Toyota Tough section of the 2025 edition. They will then tackle Hookerkraal before the dreaded Stairway to Heaven, finishing up 27 kilometers later and getting a real taste of the week to come.
Calm down your butterflies. Everybody is nervous on prologue day. If you've done the training, you will succeed, but you've got to pace yourself.
I don't think you can win the Absa Cape Epic in a prologue, but you can definitely use it.
It's an indicator how the rest of the week will be.
They do want to make their mark and they do want to stamp their territory and go, we are here, we are not playing around.
It's Chapter 1, a traditional hard day out at the Absa Cape Epic, and it's a loop course. Mirandel Wine Estate and the Tygerberg mountain bike trails are about to be explored. A spiky profile, and the race is sure to explode on Rhino Climb if it hasn't before that, before they head towards the Toyota Tough section. By this point, we'll have a good idea of who's likely to take the Chivita leaders jerseys at the end of the day.
You suddenly realize your strengths and weaknesses.
They throw literally all the best routes of the Tygerberg mountain bike trails at you.
There won't be too many moves. I think the pace will be high.
But you know it's the first stage, everyone is super nervous.
Yeah.
It's gonna be full gas from the start.
Like every day, more or less.
Stage 2 is a plot twist. We're moving away from the conventional narrative, and it's a time trial. A transition stage, 58 kilometers, 800 meters. The riders head from Mirandel Wine Estate in Durbanville to Fairview in Paarl, a brand new race village. Stage 2 will suit the powerful riders and the all-important team dynamics will play a major role in the outcome of stage 2.
There's no help, there's no hiding, there's no drafting, so it's pure down to muscle power.
Time trial on the third day of racing is quite crazy, but I think that will make it super interesting, the race.
It's the longest time trial that we've ever had at the Absa Cape Epic, so it is a proper time trial. This is when big gaps can get made in the pro ranks.
To find the right rhythm, you have to find a consistent high pace.
It's a route which allows them to actually go at quite a fast pace.
Stage 3 is a loop stage around the paarl region, and we are exploring new trails never been touched by the race before. 90 kilometers, 2,600 meters of climbing, almost a queen stage, but not quite. And this is where local knowledge will really play to the advantage of the South African riders.
That big granite rock has got some amazing climbs on it, but the rewards in the single track going around that rock are going to be phenomenal.
Going to be almost 100% signature right there. Positioning is going to be important. Looking out for your teammates, just staying together is going to be important. There's not much shadow. So wind and sun could be a factor. Could be quite a difficult day. Yeah.
Stage 4 stats, 74 kilometers, 1,750 meters of climbing. Seemingly an easy day out, but that's not counting how hot the paarl region can get. Looking at the profile, it's a backloaded stage, and the riders will be looking forward to the Toyota Tough section of the day, Hero Legacy, and the paarl chapter of the Absa Cape Epic draws to a close as we head towards the next section of the race.
We tend to forget that paarl has got the most amazing single track.
It gets super hot out there. That granite bakes. The riders are going to be spending a good 4 or 5 hours up there, and it's potentially going to be cooking.
Maybe it starts to get that time of the race where splits between the top teams are made.
The wine farms in that area like Fairview, Spice Rouge, Rebus Cliff, they've all bought into mountain biking. They've all made individual single track of world-class ability, and we're now going to go and test that.
I think we're going to have a ton of spectators along the route.
Stage 5 is the Queen Stage, 103 kilometers, 3,050 meters of climbing. Traditional transition stage as we head towards Somerset West, Lawrenceford Wine Estate, and riders from the back of the field to the very front will be looking to save something for that last 10 kilometers of climbing up to the neck before they descend into the finish in Somerset West.
It's going to be a monstrous day.
Tactics will play a big role. There's a lot of single track. So the farther back you are on the single track, the bigger the gaps are going to be. Once you're out, once you can push hard, it's going to be hard to make up time. So leading within those single track sections is going to be very important, and you have a lot of it. It's going to be very tactical, I would say.
Stage 6 is a big day, 92 kilometers, 2,850 meters of climbing. We're exploring the region around the Lawrenceford Wine Estate, and we'll be visiting Vergeleken, some unique fynbos. Riders will be looking forward to the old graveyard, the oldest trail in the region, before putting the final touches to the penultimate stage before the grand finale.
There's so much climbing. People is going to underestimate that stage because on the profile, yes, you see the climbs and so on, but I know exactly where those climbs are going.
That little bowl of Lawrenceford has got its own ecosystem, its own climate system. I don't think anybody tries to predict what goes on in that bowl. We've had torrential rain there. We've had the single tracks coming down in rivers, torrents.
That's part of the beauty of the Absa Cape Epic, because you never know what tomorrow is going to bring.
The last chapter, stage 7, 68 kilometers, 2,250 meters of climbing. And the racing will kick off early as the riders aiming for a prestigious grand finale stage win. There's around 30 kilometers of fun, playful trails as they cross some of the most famous wine farms in the world, but not before the last climb, where they'll be rewarded by magnificent views over False Bay. It'll be a hero's welcome in Lawrenceford Wine Estate as the 2025 edition draws to a close and the riders will write their names into the Book of Legend.
Nothing to hold back anymore. If we're behind in GC, it's the last chance to make up some positions. If we're in a good position in GC, it's time to bring it home safely.
A lot has to go your side to win the Absa Cape Epic.
Every single stage, from the prologue to the grand finale, is a story from the classics. The 21st edition is a perfect blend of old and new, and the route really sets the stage for another epic week. Like all great stories, there will be intrigue, there'll be joy, conflict, excitement, drama, and ultimately glory.